everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Naya Alexis here. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I really appreciate it. I really do. Today, let's just hop right into the video. There's a little... Alright, so we are going to hop right into this video, but y'all know first, y'all know what y'all gotta do. Y'all need to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. And do not forget, sis, to hit that bell notification. Please click it. It's gonna help my videos out so much, and it's gonna allow you to get updates every single time I post a video. And trust me, sis, I plan on bringing them out. Okay, y'all gonna get some content from me today. Now that we have that all, you know, out of the way, we are going to focus on some productivity tips for you guys to help you in this season. If you're a student, if you're not a student, just anything to help your day get started and really help you in studying, or just like, you know, to feel good. I am all about feeling positive energy when you wake up and creating that for yourself, especially this year, y'all. We need all the positive energy that we can get. So I have 12 tips for you guys to help you stay productive if you're studying, if you're just wanting to get your day started off good, or whatever it is. It is so important for us to just be productive. And even if you're not doing work, I mean, just like be productive in your energy, constantly having that flow of, like I said, positive and good energy. And I just want to help y'all out with that because I have been discovering some tips for myself that I know have helped me constantly. So without further ado, let's hop into this video. Okay, so the first tip that I have for you guys is called the 40-10 rule. This is more of a studying tip, but I know that for all my students out there, you know, studying, writing a paper, doing what we gotta do can be a lot. It can be stressful. So the 40-10 rule, I have come to realize recently, has helped me. You do 40 minutes on and 10 minutes off, and yeah, it's just super helpful. Just do 40 minutes of work and then take a break for 10 minutes. Do what you gotta do. Get yourself a little snacky snack, okay? Watch a little YouTube video, you know, do what you gotta do, and then get back on for that 40 minutes. Super helpful and self-explanatory, but honestly, 40 minutes, if you think about it, like I go into it and I'm like, okay, I don't want to do this work right now, but if I just work for 40 minutes, which is not that long, then I get to get a break and kind of do whatever I want. Basically, it just helps me to stay focused. I set my alarm to 40 minutes, of course, and then it'll ring. I know I can take a break and, you know, do what I gotta do, and then I get back on, and before I know it, the assignment's done, it's over. And it just really helps me to constantly stay productive and not always get distracted, because I'm like, yo, if I don't get on my phone for the next 40 minutes or any whatever distracts you, if I don't do that for the next just 40 minutes, I can, you know, check it right after that. So make sure that you guys are doing the 40-10 rule, or honestly whatever works for you. 40-10 really happens to work for me. It's like a short enough time that I feel like I am not working forever and ever, but it's a long enough time that I actually get something done and I get a little reward afterwards, which is a 10-minute break. So the 40-10 minute rule for studying, getting what you need done. Honestly, this can be used for more than studying. Whatever you gotta do that day, sis, just 40-10 it. We gonna do that. 40-10 it. 40-10 it. 40-10 it. Alright, so the next productive tip that I have for you guys is to set the mood in your space. This is super important. Now, it is kind of known that your interior, whatever you got going on, is going to affect your mood, and ultimately it affects your productivity and how positive you are. I like to obviously fill my room with sunlight if I can. I have a huge window, which I'm blessed to have in my room, so that's always good. Helps me wake up better in the mornings and everything. But just make sure that you fill your room with positive things, whether it's a candle, music, whatever. Y'all are gonna see I got my candles right there. Yes, I don't just burn these for the video, y'all. I be burning them all the time in my room to make it smell good, make me feel just better about life. I always try to do a little instrumental music type of thing when I wake up. I try to set those as my alarm. Some people may not you know, wake up to those. But recently I've been doing that instead of the scary. Reminds me of my high school days. My intro is to one of the songs that I often listen to that just keeps me calm, keeps me positive, and keeps me feeling like, okay, today's a new day, like I can get up, I can do this, all of this stuff. So having music, having candles, if y'all like plants, you know, fake plants, real plants, whatever you gotta do to make you just feel like your space is abundant with positivity is really important, and is, trust me, gonna help you with your productivity. So even if you know you say you already moved into your space, you're not really feeling it, you know, just add a little candle, a little smell, a little sensory smell to the room, and I'm telling you, it's just gonna change things. It's gonna make you feel better. It's gonna make you feel like, okay, I gotta do this thing. I may not want to do it, but let me just get it done. Like, I'm feeling it now. I'm telling y'all, do it. One more thing that I have under this umbrella of setting your space up is, if you have a TV like I do, and I'm in college, so I'm in a college dorm. I don't have any type of fireplace or anything, but what I do, y'all, is I do the fireplace on YouTube that's like 10 hours long, and play my little music and have my little candle going on, and it makes me feel so good. It makes me feel really relaxed. Like, I don't just use this for studying, but it just makes me feel like positive in any circumstance just to have the fireplace. But it really does help me focus for some reason, and I'm not sure why, but I just thought I'd put that out there because maybe, you know, y'all are turning it on and it'll help you focus too, and then we're all just focused and ready to go. So make sure that your space is nice, it's inviting to yourself, not even to others, to yourself, sis. And yeah, it'll make you feel more productive. Okay, so my next tip is one that I'm sure you've heard before, but make sure that you have a planner or a calendar, and always, coupled with that, write things down. Whether it's you have a test this day or a doctor's appointment that day, make sure to write it down, because it's just gonna remind you. And something that I have made the mistake of is to know that I have all these things going on, but I didn't write them down. So I'm like, okay, I know I have this, I know I have that, but I don't know what date it's exactly happening. I have to go back and look, and it just makes me feel really, really overwhelmed. And I'm like, I know I have all this stuff going, but like I'm putting it on myself to have to remember all of this stuff by myself, because if I forget, then it's not gonna happen. So just make sure that you write all your stuff down. A lot of times I like to have a bigger calendar, but then sometimes I also like to have a planner. Whatever works for you, even if it's just a little notebook like the one I have here. I write all my YouTube stuff in this little notebook, but just make sure that you're writing down even a to-do list about what you're gonna do that day, just so you don't have all these thoughts crammed in your head, and you can go back for reminders, and then you won't feel as overwhelmed, which will mean you're like, oh, I can actually achieve this because I don't have all these things going and swimming up in my head. You just gotta focus on one thing, because all the other things are written down in your book. I guarantee you it'll work. My next tip for you guys is to start early, sis. I know that y'all, what is it, the early worm bites the dust, there's something, the early bird catches the worm, something like that, okay? Another one, I don't know, I don't know, but just start early. It's gonna make you feel like you're productive earlier in the day, which, trust me, then you won't feel like you've wasted a day. I've had days where, I mean, and allow yourself to sleep in sometimes, but I've had days where, you know, wake up at 12 and it's like, well, today, it's like, well, then by the time I'm ready and like able to go, it's like 3, you know. And then I'm like, okay, it's getting dark at like 6, and then I'm like, well, what did I even do today? You know what I'm saying? So if you can, wake up a little bit early, you know what I'm saying, you know, 9:30. I try to wake up a little bit like 8 or so, just so I can feel like, you know, I'm ready by 11, 12, and I can start to get pumping on whatever work that I have to do. I personally do my work a lot faster in the daytime. Maybe the sunlight gives me some, Jesus is giving me some sunlight, you know, and I'm feeling the spirit, and like, you know, it's just getting me pumping through the sun, you know what I'm saying? So make sure that you just try to start your day off early. It's gonna really help you and make you feel more productive, and it will make you feel like you didn't waste a day, so then you're like, oh, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Like, no sis, you can do it today if you wake up a little early. Let me show y'all what the next little tip is. I'm not even gonna say it. Hold on, let me show y'all. The next tip is to have some blue light glasses, sis. Now you can get these off of Amazon for not that expensive. I'm gonna try to see if I can look up my order history and like link these down below in the description box, because they're super cute. They're a little tortoise shell, you feel me? Okay, but blue light glasses help a lot when, you know, you're constantly on the computer. I know all of us are constantly on Zoom now and everything, so blue light glasses just help with the blue light from the screen. They help when I'm getting headaches and stuff from being on the computer all day. I just put these on. Also, I don't know about y'all, but wearing glasses just makes me feel really smart and like really productive. Like, I'm over here grinding with my glasses on, period. You know, just makes me feel super cute, super smart, you know. So wear your blue light glasses. They're not that expensive. Get them off Amazon, whatever you gotta do. They will help just with all of the screen time that you're doing. Sometimes I even wear these looking at my phone. If it's that type of day, it's that type of day. But yes, blue light glasses definitely help with my productivity, because one, I don't suffer from a lot of, you know, screen time headaches because I wear these, and they just make me feel smart, to be quite honest. So if you want to get you some, get you some. So my next tip is, when you're studying or trying to do something productive that does not involve your phone, try to keep your phone like a safe distance away from you. I have heard things like, oh, if your phone is like right beside you, then you're more tempted to go to it, and I feel like I'm the subject of that, because literally if I leave my phone right beside me, I'm most likely gonna get distracted and go on my phone again, whether if it's I get a notification, I'm like, ooh, what is that? Whatever it may be, when I am studying or writing a paper, whatever, I try to keep my phone a safe distance away from me, so I can still see it, but it's not where I can just reach out and get it. I feel like that really helps me personally when I am, you know, sitting. Usually I do my homework on my bed, which is something that works for some people but doesn't work for others. I feel like since I have a wall right here, it helps me because I always have stuff on my desk. But if I was at home where I don't have no wall, I constantly in high school always used to fall asleep on my bed like nonstop. Junior and senior year, that was the vibe. But yeah, just keeping my phone a, you know, nice distance away so I'm not eager to constantly reach for it always helps. It just helps you keep in grind mode for those 40 minutes, and then after the 40 minutes, just go get your phone and do what you gotta do on your breaks or whatever. But I feel like you guys have heard this one before, but just keep your phone away from you when you're trying to get stuff done, and you'll get your stuff done a lot faster without the distraction of your phone. This next tip kind of speaks to what I was kind of talking about before, but just make sure that you focus on one thing at a time. It's gonna really help you stay productive if you just think of one thing at a time and not constantly clouding your brain with all of these things that you have to do. That's why I say write it down. Right when you think of it, just write it down so you don't have to constantly. There's sirens. Just gonna wait for it to pass. What was my point? What was it? Oh yes. So focus on one task at a time. It'll help you just get that task done, one and done, and then you can move on to the next one. If you're constantly thinking about all of these things that you have to do, you're gonna get distracted with thinking about all these things that you have to do. So just focus on one task at a time, one topic in your paper at a time, one paragraph at a time, whatever. And if you think of something else, just write it down. It'll help you so much. So yeah, just think of one thing at a time. Don't stress yourself out, shorty. The next tip that I have is to focus on, like, when you first get up, one, drink your water right when you get out of bed. This is something that I still struggle with, but if you the way I think of it is, like, if I wake up and drink a glass of water right when I get out of bed, it's like I'm hydrating my organs. Like, they're thanking me because they was probably dehydrated, so now I'm hydrating them, you know, moisturizing them, and they will get a kickstart. It'll help with my metabolism, all of that stuff. if I just start right away drinking my water. So drink your water when you first get out of bed, but also make sure that if you can, start to move, you know, exercise. That's why a lot of people like to exercise first thing in the morning, or just get a move on. It doesn't even have to be like a workout, but you know, take a walk outside, get some fresh air, but just get moving in the morning. Like, even if that involves like a 10-minute just pick me up of some kind physically, just do it. It's gonna help with endorphins and it's gonna get your energy up, and I guarantee you that that will help with your productivity. Every single time after I work out, I'm like, whoo, like, okay, I'm ready to go. Like, what do I have to do today? And it really helps me eat healthier as well. So it's just a win-win situation, honestly. Even though you may not feel like doing it so early, just get up and just do it. Just do it. That's all you have to do, is just do it. And once you're done, I'm sure you're going to feel so much better afterwards. It's even helped me, like, when I wake up not feeling too hot about a situation, or I'm sad or whatever, it just helps get my spirits up. And so try to just move in the morning. It's important. Fitness is important. I'm a dancer, so like, I think fitness is important, and it's annoying right now because y'all know I got on my boot and it's hard to get in workouts and things like that. So doing all of this other stuff has definitely helped me, but shoot, I can't wait till I get to moving again. Y'all not ready. Y'all are not ready for my moves, okay? I sound like a auntie at a cookout. Okay, this is just, I feel like, a life lesson in general, and something that we have learned a lot this year. But if you need a break, take it. And this is in studying. Whenever I'm studying and I feel like I'm in the middle of my 40 minutes and I'm just like, yo, I just need to take a minute, I take a minute, because it's just gonna build up inside of me. I'm gonna constantly feel like I need to take a minute, and it's gonna distract me. And that's just in life too. Like, if you need a second, if you need a break, take that break. Don't feel bad that you're not, you know, doing enough, or, you know, you feel like, oh, like, these people didn't take breaks, so why should I take a break? You know, don't do that. Just take a break, take a breath, and just like do what you have to do within that break, whether that's a vacation or a staycation, or, you know, taking 5 minutes or whatever. Just take that break to check in with yourself, or just do nothing. It's gonna really help you stay productive, because, you know, that energy has left you after taking your break, and you're gonna feel so much better. Trust me, I have learned this, and I'm still continuing to learn this, especially with my injury and everything that has gone on this year. I'm like, yo, it's okay to take breaks. Clearly God is telling me to take a break right now because my injury and everything, so I'm trying to be productive within my break time. But even within that productivity, it is okay to take a break. You don't constantly have to be doing something all the time. That's not healthy. We're not meant to constantly be doing things all the time. We need breaks. As humans, we need breaks. So make sure you take that for yourself and check in with yourself to know if you need that for you. So love yourself. Oh, that was really good. Love yourself and take a break if you need it. It's gonna help you. So the next tip that I have is to eat a good breakfast. Now y'all probably hear this like, oh, breakfast is the most what kind of word was that? Nutritious meal of the day. There we go. But yeah, whenever I eat a healthy breakfast, I already feel like I'm kickstarting my day off well. Honestly, I'll share some of my go-to, I guess, breakfast things with you. I like oatmeal. I love a good like smoked salmon, you know, avocado toast situation. But it doesn't, honestly, I like breakfast because I feel like it doesn't take that much effort to make. Like all the things that you can make, eggs, omelets, bacon, sausage, they don't really take that much energy to cook if you have to cook it. Oatmeal literally takes like 5 minutes. So yeah, just start your day off with a breakfast that makes you happy. Whenever I'm proud of my breakfast, I'm like, okay, I'm banging, okay, banging, and let's get this day started. I've had a nutritious breakfast, I'm filled up, I'm ready for what the world has to offer me. I'm ready for what I need to do today. So let's get started. So make sure that you can have a super yummy breakfast. The next tip that I have, it's like kind of a two-in-one, but make sure that you have check-ins with yourself and make sure that you have quiet time. Now this can be one and the same, but every day I make it an effort to have quiet time, and what that means for me is sitting down, reading my Bible, praying, talking to God, you know, letting, you know, my frustrations out there, or just breathing or doing what I have to do. But that personally for me is my quiet time. That can mean something else for you, but I just feel like once I have my quiet time, it may take, you know, an hour or so, but I feel like it's really important. It helps my soul, it helps my spirit, and it just helps me, you know, try to see the good in everything that I do and in other people. And it helps me have a better outlook on what this year has been as well, because y'all don't even know. It's been, I mean, y'all do know, but personally, like, it's been whack, and I'm sure for a lot of you too, 2020 has been whack. So it just helps me, you know, let all my worries out, talk to God, you know, just feel the spirit. And I really value that time so much. I really do. It's important to just, you know, check in with yourself and do all the things that you need to do for yourself. Don't just constantly go. And I think we've learned that in this year. We can't constantly go. You know, we've been put to a halt for a reason, and we need to use that time to really soak in all that we need. So I'm like, you know, I had a lot of time in quarantine, as we all did. I obviously don't have as much time because I'm in school, but I'm still gonna use, you know, what I've learned from then and what I'm still learning to better myself. So that's me using my quiet time. Use your quiet time. I'm telling you, try to set a reminder to do it every day. Just use your quiet time. You're gonna thank me, trust me. I think this is the 12th and final tip. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just to have a routine. Routines are so helpful in life, to always have, you know, something to either look forward to or check off your list. Just have a routine about how you're gonna operate your morning or your day, and sometimes that'll change, and that's okay, but it helps to start out with, you know, a baseline of things that you know that you can do to help you feel good, to help get your day started, and to help you feel productive. So whether that means, you know, having your tea in the morning, having your coffee in the morning, doing your breakfast, going to your local deli, or whatever works for you, just constantly have a routine. It helps me personally to have a morning routine, but whatever that means for you, just have something that you can constantly rely on in your day to be consistent with. So that is all the tips that I have for you, bunnies. Wow, I've never called you guys bunnies before. Do we like that? I've been trying to figure out a name for you guys, and I can't figure it out. So if you guys have suggestions down below, or if you like bunnies, then let me know, because I'm struggling. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I hope it was super helpful for you guys. Y'all know that I'm all about self-love and self-care, and I just want to help you guys out in whatever way I can. And I feel like these tips hopefully will help you throughout your life and in your everyday, to just stay productive and stay positive throughout all of the stuff that's happening this year. Just constantly to keep going and keep pushing, and know that you can do it. And I hope these tips help you guys. So let me know any tips that you guys have in the comments below. I would love to interact with you guys. I honestly, like, it's my favorite thing, and I'm not lying to you. I really love when I see a comment and I'm like, oh my god, like, I get to interact with you guys. It's so much fun. So leave comments down below. What do you think about this video, and what do you want to see next? So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys later. Bye.